Where are you, Forge? It's always by the crystal. Oh, here it is. So you can go here, activate. You can check out your info of your hero if you want. This is your inventory screen. See, there's all the stuff I can equip. And then the left is my character progression, so I'm almost level up to 11. These are your abilities that you get that you can increase. You get about 2 or 3 points per level. You can't really, incorporate skill trees like you could in World of Warcraft or Diablo 2, but I mean, you do have agility and strength, defense, and then you can also upgrade all the stuff for your towers. So the bottom one that says towers, you can upgrade their durability, their range, and their damage, stuff like that. So you can really cater towards whatever you want. But anyways, we're going to look at the item box. So here's a collection of all my items. I cannot use these ones because they're in red. They're only for the apprentice. See, it says hero class apprentice, so I don't need them, but my buddy was playing with me, so I'll keep them for her. But over here are the swords that I can use. There's a quick little guide saying if it's better or worse. The little top left corner has the thumbs up, thumbs down, or thumbs sideways if it's kind of even. So this one's good because it does have an improvement, but it takes away down to 50% of my, I think that's overall damage or something like that. So I'm probably not going to take it, but that's these. You can only get 10 slots or 10 pages full, so that's what, 10 times 12, 120 items before you can actually you actually run out of stuff to hold. So actually, this one's better, so I'll take this. No, this one's better. What am I saying? You can also upgrade your items too, so I believe you put mana in them or something like that, but it's not a super viable strategy to do all the time just because you're going to get new items constantly, especially if you're going to play up to level 70 for whatever reason. You're going to find items all the time, and it's hard to stick with one when you find a better one so quickly. So we'll look at these. If someone does come up here and they touch that Eternia crystal to start the game before you're ready, you get, I think it's like a minute and a half before the hordes actually start coming. So you're kind of alerted, like, oh crap, I only have a little bit of time. So you can make your adjustments accordingly. It's nice. It makes it so people don't just be lackadaisical and walk around and not do anything. You can really pressure them into getting done quickly. But it can also screw someone over if they're really not ready. So like I was saying, my buddy of mine is very meticulous in where she places everything. So when it was finally her turn to get ready to go, I was just waiting for her to get done, and it was kind of like, come on, let's just get this over with. But whatever. Okay. Let's launch this other wave here. So you look in the top left, it says 61, so that's a pretty big increase from 28. So we'll activate this. You also get randomly, random every few levels, a special ability that you can use that takes up some mana. So for example, I have like a spinning blade attack that I can use that sort of just sends foes flying away. So if I get really surrounded, it's a nice addition to use. Not as effective as it could be. I'm hoping the level 21, 22, whatever level it is, that spell's better, just because you use mana to heal yourself, and mana is pretty important to have. So if you're using a lot of it to do this spin attack, you could be using it to heal yourself, and that could be all the difference. But like I said, this class is a melee class, so it's not really necessary to have a lot of mana. It's just necessary to kill a lot of stuff. Like I'll use it here. So he spins around, knocks him back, killed that one dude, but I took up 60 mana to use it. So the one problem that I can see as to why the game is so hard is because one certain enemy, and I'm sure it'll come at the very end of this level, the ogre, just has way too much health, like way too much health. So these guys have maybe 1,000, and I'm taking care of them with 1,000. But the ogre has like 12,000 health, and it just takes forever to kill him. And that's the reason it's so hard, is because when there's like 3 of them, your defenses are going to go down fast because they do a lot of damage. But then they also just kick your ass, and when they get to the crystal, Okay, so one of my things got broken, so that pops up. It pops up for whatever gets broken, so if someone else's, magic missile turret goes down, it'll say that too. But anyway, so the ogres just do too much damage, and it's really frustrating. And that's the reason why the game is so hard. And then you have the characters that are just way too fast, and like the ones that fly, and it's just really frustrating to have to fight them all the time. Okay, so that worked out pretty well. Let's go this way. So you're kind of limited in the amount of traps that you can use because each one costs a certain what is it? Defense units, and you can only put up so many defense units per your level before you can't put up any more traps. So you kind of have to be wise, So what that means is you can't just place, my character has these spike traps. I can't just place 10 of them around like every door to stop enemies from coming because that's just not possible. It wouldn't be really fair if I could do that. So that is a good limiting factor that they have there. I'm gonna set this puppy up here though. No, wait, what am I doing? This level is actually kind of tiny, in all honesty. Oh, thank you. I don't know if that's actually going to work, but we'll see. Alright, anyways, let's start this puppy. For some reason it cuts you down to the lowest camera setting each time you start a new wave. I don't know why that happens. Oh, yeah, so outside the door there's that little purple aura. Enemies that are in that aura cannot be damaged, so you have to let them get out. It's a smart idea, so you can't just gang rape people right when they walk out of the door. You have to give them some time. But the developers thought it through pretty well because like archer and ranged enemies stay back, so those enemies can still be hit when they're back there. So it kind of works out. And on the same token, characters that shoot stuff like the apprentice and the huntress, they can shoot into those purple voids. So it just makes sure that my character that can hit like multiple enemies can't walk in there and just annihilate a door before they even get out. So it works. Get over there. Lots of dudes. It's pretty easy to draw similarities to this game and the recently released Orcs Must Die video game, because they're essentially the same titles, or same types at least. Tower defense meets melee action RPG, but the differences are pretty substantial. Both games are really fun, they're really good, but Orcs Must Die relies a lot more actually on the tower defense aspect of strategy, whereas this one gives you a lot more feeling for where are they? There we go. This one feels a lot more like a RPG, like a beat 'em up game. So you can take your pick of which ones you prefer most, and then go from there. I think this one definitely is focused on multiplayer, whereas Orcs Must Die has no multiplayer. This one is best when played with friends, so it's kind of silly that I'm just playing it here, see, I didn't get those guys who's in the purple, which is kind of silly why I'm playing it here without anybody else, but just for this video I wanted to show you how it handles. But they're both fun games, so if you want a more multiplayer experience, you definitely want Dungeon Defenders, and if you want somewhat more traditional yet still different gameplay than just the regular tower defense, then you want Orcs Must Die. I think this game's 15 and Orcs Must Die is 10. Maybe it might be the other way around, but they're both around 10 or 15 bucks. And so far they're both worth it. It seems like there's more to do gameplay-wise in this game, just because you have multiple classes with lots of variety of levels to get, because there's 70 levels that you can go up. the challenge missions, and then you can play online, you can play offline, so there's lots of things to do. In Orcs Must Die, you just need to play to get skulls and upgrade your towers, and that's pretty much it. So this game has more replay value in my mind. But we'll kill this dude and that wave. But yeah, so the game's fun. I was a little nervous that it was going to be bad just because it didn't look to be like the coolest game ever made. You know, like the PC version looks a little bit cooler because you can get the portal gun in it, which is only for Steam. So if you have a preference, I'd say grab it on Steam, just because that's pretty cool. Free edition you can get there. Try to see what else. I'm gonna upgrade this tower. So you can upgrade things to do more damage. They have more health. So that ballista will kick a lot more ass now, which is good because this is the final wave coming up. Do it to this one too. What am I doing? Bam. Don't know what else to say right now. Just keep on playing, I guess. There is definitely a lack of mana when you're playing with other people. You can see I'm picking up everything, and I'm having no problem setting traps and repairing them, but when you keep playing with other people, there's the same amount of mana. So each level, there's going to be more and more people with more and more traps to fix, and there's just less and less mana. I mean, fortunately, enemies drop mana too, but it's still pretty tough to get what you need, so you really have to work together, and that's a good feeling. Actually, I don't think this is the very end. I got one more after this, so knock these dudes out. I've yet to see what the monk plays like, so I can't tell you how it is to like heal people and be more of a support class, but the apprentice is probably one of the easier classes to play. The little wizard dude looks kind of like Vivi, the black mages from Final Fantasy IX. They're the easiest one to play just because they have probably the best variety of